Hey guys, so in this week's chapter, we learned about love and romantic relationships. And what I found the most interesting in this chapter was our discussion on Monday, where we were talking about the dating script that people follow now, the people that people follow nowadays, which basically involves the guy asking the girl out, taking her out, and then like all this other stuff. And then Jury asked like, why doesn't the girl ask out the guy? And like all of our faces basically were like, well, that's like something that you don't see. Like in movies, TV shows, you basically always see the guy asking the girl out. You never see the girl confronting the guy and be like, oh well, let's go and blah blah blah. And in one of the articles that we were giving for this week's handout, it basically stated that a girl could come up as desperate if she were to ask the guy out, because it would basically be showing like, oh well, she's probably desperate for a relationship, probably desperate for a boyfriend or whatever. But I feel like another thing that could be the reason why girls don't ask out guys is the feeling of rejection. But I do think this could go either way, like for the guy and the girl, because no one ever wants to be rejected. I feel like that's the worst feeling ever. And another thing that I found interesting in this week's chapter was in one of the handouts where we learned about like opposites attracting and about all this other stuff. And it basically stated that opposites rarely attract. And it's crazy because in TV shows, movies, you always see like opposites falling in love. Like you never see two people that are completely the same falling in love. It's always like the jock falling in love with the smartest girl in school, or the nerdy guy falling in love with the most popular girl in school. And it's something that's just become like such a norm that people think that when they grow up they're gonna fall in love with someone that's completely different from them, or that they should fall in love with someone that's completely different from them. But I feel like this article was basically saying like your soulmate, or the person that you might be with in the future, could be someone that could be just exactly like you, that shares the same interests and views as you. And I think it's pretty cool because it could go either way. Like you could either fall in love with someone that's completely different from you, but you could also fall in love with someone that is exactly like you.